Let's talk about shaken baby syndrome. Disability due to damage that parents themselves give to the child. Do you know how high a baby risk of brain damage is by age 1? A parent or other person who holds a child lovingly will love the child in their own way, but they would unknowingly damage the child's brain, either lead to death or lifelong disability. There is something like dad laying baby is lifted by the ribs and the hands are not placed behind the head. If this happens in the first 4 months of baby's life, it is more likely that the head will suddenly roll to one side and cause minor or major brain damage. Or the child is lovingly scolded, is thrown into air, or when he cries too much, mom or dad gets angry and grabs him and shakes him too fast at the age of 1 year, and the brain will be raw. A 9-month-old baby will need more care. Shaken baby syndrome is most common between the age of 3 and 9 months, but brain damage can occur as easily as 4 years of age. What caused brain damage? As seen in the image below, blood may have pooled in the brain and child may have died immediately or a few days later without any diagnosis, or the child may have developed one of these lifelong disability. Cerebral palsy, a disorder that affects movement and muscle coordination and body posture and balance. Partial or complete loss of vision, blindness, development delay, learning disability, intellectual disability, epilepsy or seizure. Why parents do this? Early marriage and intellectual immaturity. Most single mothers or fathers will do this if they are depressed because of domestic violence or neglect. Parents take out their frustration on the child. Infidelity and fighting between husband and wife. Mother and father's mental health is not good. Being depressed for any reason. New parents need to be told not to take out their anger or frustration on the newborn. If you can't do that, let him cry. Crying does not hurt the brain by shedding tears. He will cry to himself and quiet. No agreement or justification over your is acceptable. Dad, you shocked the child in anger for the such and such reason. You are single and have 2 or 3 small children due to your husband's lack of adequate breaks or your own lack of common sense. So it is not possible for you to handle them alone. You will lose your temper whether you like it or not, or your husband will get tired of crying and noise and scold the baby. And when you know after a few months or few years that your child is disabled for life, but you will not know that it happened by your own hand. You call it cousin marriage, late marriage, doctor negligence, lead, hereditary, genetic diseases. But what caused your few seconds of frustration? No test can tell. If you are younger, try to stay in the joint family system. If for some reason this is not possible, keep a servant or maid in the house who can take care of the child. The husband should understand that a single mother cannot take care of the child, especially when it is the first child. She does not know how to quiet kids, but you should also support him. If you live in a city where there is no other family and can afford it, you should hire a maid for at least a year. There is no universal cure for brain damage. First, shaken baby syndrome cannot be diagnosed because the resulting disability would have appeared later. And even if the doctor knows, they do not tell the parents deliberately that they will not be able to forgive themselves and will not be able to get rid of the guilt for the rest of their lives. Curse yourself every time you see this disabled child. Be careful, guys, and share this article as much as possible.